The single biggest item is a well-organised, knowledgeable QA manager, the person leading the audit from the company side. And that can make the difference of a whole day in an audit sometimes, in a multi-standard, multi-day audit. And what comes with an organised QA manager is a well-organised filing system, somebody who's read the standard, knows what the auditor's auditing against, and then they can find their own system. They can find the documents, they can find the procedures. They've already done practice things with their staff. Their staff are comfortable because they're not terrified, because a QA manager's not terrified because he or she knows what's happening. A well-organised QA manager is a godsend to the auditor, and it will actually save them money because the audits won't take so long, and they'll get less non-conformances because they can find all their pieces of paper. And if they can't find their pieces of paper, if their staff are terrified and say the wrong things and make up rubbish, they'll get non-conformances that they didn't need to get. And even where an auditor knows where those documents are, because they've been there before, they can't tell that QA manager where to go and find them. Even if they know personally they're in the third drawer down, they can't say that. They have to wait till the QA manager gives it to them. And if the QA manager doesn't give it to them, they have to give a non-conformance, maybe a major, that shouldn't be there, but they have to do it. And a well-organised QA manager can avoid all that.
Having keys to lockers and cupboards as you're doing the premise inspection, you know we need to look in everything. So we're going to want to look in that locked cupboard because we like locked cupboards. We want to see what's in them. So having access to keys or knowing where those keys are is really useful. We need to see records back to the last audit, every audit. So having access to those records is really important, and having people saying they're in a container that's no longer on site, that's at a head office or wherever it is, we can't complete the audit if we don't have the records. So making sure that everything's available.
The best audit for efficiency is a client who's prepared, a client who has the information. They almost preempt what you're going to ask. And clients who, for example, have been audited before, they've got their audit report, they know exactly what we're going to look at, and they will even have, for example, the folders all lined up ready on the bench for us to go through in the order that they know we're going to go through them. And that is perfect. I mean, that saves so much time. I've been in audits where the clients put me in a room and they've not had any information in the room. And it's almost like drawing blood. It's pulling teeth out of these people to get the information from them, and it drags the process out, and it drags the process out, and it drags the process out. So I think in terms of efficiency, the best thing that clients can do to maximise the benefit, because the more information we have to draw out of them, the longer it's going to take us to complete the audit process. And of course, when it becomes a slow and grinding process, the likelihood for us to be able to really delve into certain aspects and give them maximum benefit from the audit is reduced significantly. So preparation is the number one thing. Knowledge of the standard is absolutely critical. And those two tend to tie into one another. And having the staff prepared, knowing that we're going to need to talk to the guy in maintenance, we're going to need to talk to the manager in IT, or we're going to need to talk to the guy that's responsible for the cleaning crew. Knowing that we're going to talk to all of these people, has them prepared, has them ready, they're available. It's not to say we're not flexible, absolutely, we are flexible. If the maintenance guy has to leave at 2 o'clock, then let us know in the opening meeting. Then we'll switch our program around to make sure that we can get to see him before 2 o'clock. So we're flexible, we move around your process. You're running a business, we're here for your benefit, and we're happy to fit in with your process to make sure that we can get absolute benefit out of this audit process today.